Selena from IMO. And I'm gonna start with great news. We're gonna have 15% discount today. So this is a great chance for you to present a nice gift to your kid. And if you buy today, you will get 15 days no reason return, also 2 years of warranty. And the prices are really nice today. For Z7, we have 219 euros, and for Z1, we have 129 euros. So yeah, guys, go for it if you want to get it as soon as possible. Please, yeah, tell me if you can hear me well, if everything is fine, you can see clearly, and if you have any questions about our imoo watches. So now I'll just, hey, hello, long time no see. Did you solve the battery problem? Yeah, we're gonna, hello. Well, yeah, it's been quite a few days, yeah. So yeah, let us start firstly with C1. Now you're, yes, only two of them. Z1 with two colors, so I'll show you a little bit. Even now, these two colors. And then, yeah, our Z7 with pink and blue. How's it going actually? How is your May? Yeah, it's been almost half a month actually. Well, not almost, but yeah. So yeah, let's start with actually just with 5 days left before me. Oh, I feel so sorry about that. Maybe you can get another one so you can join our stream next time. Or maybe we'll just enjoy talking these 5 days. So yeah, imoo watches. Why do we want many kids to have it? Because we believe that this is a great gift, first of all, and also being an adult, we believe that this actually would help parents to be aware where the kid is, if everything is fine, if I don't know, if the kid follows the normal route while going to school or going back from school, or I don't know, going anywhere. Also, it helps. Oh, yeah, 15% off. Yeah, for both of them. Z1, Z7. Also, yeah. Well, let me count actually. Oh yeah, you can count yourself. 15% off. The original price is 129 euros, and this one is 219 euros. And I'll explain the difference between that. Oh, understand. Yeah, that's completely understandable. But maybe you can get more. Why we have price difference? Because we have different features. Z7 has two cameras, first of all. Now, if we talk about just location one, they're pretty same. If we talk about any apps, yeah, almost no difference between two of these watches. But if we talk about cameras, we have a big difference because Z1 only has one front camera and Z7 has two cameras, the front one and the back one. The back one is not here, as you might think, as I thought at the beginning. A back one is whoa. Yeah, here's another thing that I'm gonna introduce you to. So yeah, but first of all, how to, you might probably wonder where the back camera is, right? If we're talking about watches. We don't have it here anywhere, so anyway, it's gonna be on your wrist like this. So how are you gonna use the back camera then? Any ideas? And where exactly it is? So you can probably see here. We have the flip-up screen. So the difference is that Z1 is pretty small if you consider, well, not pretty small, but smaller than Z7, because it doesn't have a flip-up screen, so it has front, no back camera. But yeah, 15 days. Here we go. So we push the button here, and then we'll just flip it up. And here's the camera that we talked about. Oh, I even took a picture accidentally. But anyway, yeah, here it is. So when the child calls someone or just wants to take pictures, so you can just use these watches, and there is no need to buy a camera or to buy a smartphone to your kids, or well, anyway, at least to while the kid just enjoys the one moment. Here we go. My colleague just got me one nice thing here to show you. Very actually, it's one of my first time seeing that. This is well, maybe on vacation, I guess. Long time, no idea actually. But maybe he can see you in the comments, so probably he could contact you. So here we go. Here, maybe you can see. Oh yeah. You can see here the ice blue watches C7. So this is the ice, and so you can see the doesn't work actually. Not quite sure. Oh, it's my first time seeing like this. Yeah. Probably we should try to. Yeah, here it is. It's even on, so even if the temperature is so low, so the ice is here, so you can call to the emergency contact here. Right? Oh, no SIM card here, unfortunately. But anyway, you can see that the watches work. My name is Lena. So yeah, actually, it's pretty nice to play that. No, probably you could try to do it with your kid as well. Because, when first time saw imoo watches in the water, I was like, wow, it works. You can even call. And I was seeing literally being frozen. I'm like, wow. It's really nice, isn't it? Oh. Maybe it's not a good idea to play that now. But anyways, it's actually impressive that it can still work normally, in water, being frozen, then just normally when it's just really, really hot, because, well, maybe there are watches that do not work, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, imoo watches always work, which is really, really nice, as long as it has battery. And yeah, as for the battery, it should be enough for a day of active use, and probably 2 or 3 days if the kid just uses the watches just to send a few messages like I'm okay, or I'm on my way home, just to see what time it is and what date it is. So, but normally we recommend to charge it every day overnight, so it might take like maybe 2 or 2.5 hours till full charge. So it should be okay. Yes, once again, both of them today are on sale. We have 15% off for Z1, for Z7. Also 15 days, no reason to return. So if you buy and your kid doesn't like it, or no, maybe you don't like it, or any reason actually, you can just return it without even saying why. We would appreciate for sure if you say us, like, I don't know, guys, I don't like the color, or the strip is not nice, or I don't know, my kid has allergy, or whatever it could be. But it's not necessary. And I'm pretty sure you won't return that. I mean, I personally really, really love them. And even this one, the kid one, I normally can take in the evening, because I really enjoy that. By the way, yeah, let us probably try to show, as we started talking about, the ice stuff and the water stuff, try to call them and to see if it works. Well, no, if it works, how it works. But how does normally the parent can contact the child if the parent doesn't have watches? We use the app, right? We have our imoo app here, and moment. This is the kid, right? Or this one the kid? Try first, right? So go for it. I'll show you how you do that. Here is the imoo app. We go for our chats, we find our kid. Here is the kid, and let us try to call. And maybe that's gonna be the one that we need. Oh, yeah, here it is. This one, I'm gonna stop that for now. And then let's do the water. Which is really nice. I mean, I love swimming. If I had the chance, chatting with someone when I'm in the water, I would be so happy. Maybe I should get the watches. But yeah, for adults, the problem is that, well, probably not everyone would be happy to have them. I personally will be. But if I want to talk to someone using the watches, I would need that person to have the app on the phone. Anyway, so here is the kid in the water, and we'll try to call it again. Can you help me show it closer? Thank you. So here is the calling, and we can see it here. And even now, you hear the sound. Here it is. The sound is not as loud as it could be out of water, but anyway, still it works. So yeah. Oh, by the way, about calling. As I mentioned, Z7 has 2 cameras, right? So thank you. Z7 has 2 cameras, so when the parent calls and the child chooses the front one, there is an option on the app that the parent can just switch the camera to the back one, so he or she can see the surroundings and where the kid exactly is. Thanks. Let us even show using our ice blue. There's this one. Which color actually do you like more? The green one or the blue one? Oh, green one or blue one? The blue one or the pink one? I personally love the this one, but let us try to. Oh, here we go. So this is the ice blue. Okay, we are calling, having video call. And oh, ice blue is frozen. Sorry. This is the ice blue. Here we have the call, and we can actually insert it. Oh, we can't click on. Wait a moment. One moment. I'll get it out. Oh, maybe no. But, I mean, later. We will do it later. Oh, it's fine. It's pretty hot here, so yeah, maybe just, I don't know, probably a few minutes, or maybe 10 minutes. Oh, that's cool. Really. Oh, by the way, here it is, you can see. I mean, we answered the call with our eyes blue right here. Here it's hello, hello. Anyway, here what the parent sees is that the parent can switch to voice call, can look at the environment. So to actually open the back camera, well, we can see nothing because it's in the eyes. Then it can be back as well. And also the parent can see the exact location of the kid or of the watches if they are not with kid. Here it is, so it's precise. They like the street, the building, and even the floor where the kid exactly is. And hang up. Uh, well, yeah, it works the same with C1. It also can be frozen, right?
Um, maybe.
Well, I personally never tried. For me, it's the first experience seeing the Z7. Well, but let's be honest. What does your kid do that the watches would be frozen? It's like, it's crash test. It's not like, well, maybe you live somewhere, you know, in a really, really cold place, but still, I guess it's impossible. Anyway, let me put it here first. But as for water, yeah, all of those activities, at the beach, or maybe, your kid is a swimmer or goes to the pool, or maybe, doing some sports like polo or anything like that. Well, yeah. Let me show you, by the way, once again, the color of Z1. The the phone here. This is green. We cannot see it on the big screen, unfortunately, or fortunately, or anyway. I can see like this, and this one is, I personally call it peach pink. I'm not sure how you would call that. So here are two colors. Here are the places for SIM cards. You can get additional one to your, so there is no need for you to buy, to pay for traffic for a kit. And then no camera here. We have the button here, and yeah, the strips are the same quality with Z7. They just look a little bit different. I personally love this one more. But I mean, as for how it feels, it's actually the same. So yeah, as the colors all are here. Let us also see the blue one. No. Well, we have just these colors. I know that you would probably like this one more than this. Two of them are pink, but actually one is brighter and one is like very, very light, because the Z7 actually suits the older kids. But yeah, we cannot do Z7 with this color, unfortunately. But maybe if you really, really want, you can just let us know, and we'll figure it out when we have, let's say, maybe like Z11 or anything like that. We could have more colors. I'll actually show you. We have a picture of other products. You can now get only Z1 and Z7, but maybe one day there will be option. So you could see how they look like. And actually, I personally love those colors. They're really, really nice. And they're really, really lovely. Where they are, actually.
And don't forget, today we have 15% discount.
Yes, 15% discount. It's actually really, really cool because, as far as I know, it's only for today. And then you can just get, you count 1,529. This 15%, it's like around 100 euros just for for the watches that your kid can use for a long time. That's actually, well, pretty cool, isn't it? Here we go. The colors. You see, imoo actually has a lot of colors. I personally really love the silver one. It looks so cool. Well, yeah, but I mean, even these look nice, but if you're a high school student, let's say, it would be a bit, I wouldn't say strange, but well, maybe still a teenager would choose another color. But here we go. There are so many. There are plenty of them. Now we are introducing here only two of them, but yeah, maybe if you have any color, maybe your kid really loves another one, so you can contact us. And if there are so many people saying that they want that color as well, so we could try to figure it out and do that for you. Yeah, once again, two of them. Not only Z7 has discount, Z1 as well. Z1 15% off. Z7 also 15% off. Here they are. 15 days, no reason return. If you don't know which one your kid would love more, you can actually buy two of them and then just let your kid choose one. But maybe your kid will want two of them. Both are cool, actually. And yeah, they look differently, don't they? And for example, I mean, I'm a girl, and I would want to choose watches according to what clothes I'm wearing. So I believe that these are a bit more suitable to wear with sports clothes or jeans, and this one just looks really nice for a dress or a skirt. I mean, I personally would choose so, but if your kid chooses it differently, it's okay, or you yourself. Anyway, so yeah. If you don't know which one to choose, you can first of all ask me questions. We will answer your questions. We'll try our best. Also, you can just, if you have no time, or I don't know, if you don't really know what your kid would love, you can just buy two of them, get two of them, then let your kid choose. And then just send one of them back to us in 15 days without even telling a reason. Or maybe tell one. Yeah, also, if something happens to your watches during 2 years, you can contact our after sales, customer service, so we can just try to solve the problem you're facing. Hopefully, there's gonna be no problems. We really hope so. But yeah, something might happen. As for the quality of the watches, and yeah, there was a question. Sorry, I didn't answer. I just saw that about if it can affect the health of the kid. Well, as any electronic device, well, it can surely, especially when it comes to the screen time. If your kid spends too much time, looking at the screen and playing the games on the watches, it wouldn't, it wouldn't harm a lot, actually, I believe. But yeah, it wouldn't be, not, well, let's say if the kid doesn't use any electronic device and doesn't look at the screen, for sure, it is better for health. But yeah, it's 2025. We all use those devices, right? Even like, TV screens or, something in public places. For sure, it's all about the time spent. As for, the quality, for example, the stripe, the silicone. Hello. Oh yeah, nice to see you again. You got that right? Yeah, once again, as for the stripe quality, the silicone one, well, there could be no allergy, and then the case itself, also, we never experienced any troubles, never heard that someone has any problems, and then the same with the V1. Also, yeah, once again, the flip-up camera, here we go. Here is the front camera. It's just it is the same with Z1. Then we go when I knew that this is screen we can flip up. I actually just tried to do that, and I wondered if it could be opened like all the time, like accidental or stuff. Then I personally was not smart enough to know how to open that. I was, really, really, really confused. After that, my coworker just told me that there is a button here that you need to push. And then just open the screen. Here it is. Here automatically opens the camera. Then you just tap on the screen to shoot. So you have a picture here. Let's again my best coworker, the duckling. Here we can just tap. Here's the picture. We can either cancel or save it. We'll save it first. One moment. I don't really like the quality of the camera. Maybe it was in the water somewhere. Maybe I can even get a little bit of water. You can put it there just to clean the camera. And then take one more picture just to show you the difference. Here is another poker. Save it. Then we go to album. So we can see actually two of the pictures here. This one is more clear, right? I'm not quite sure if you can see it well. We believe that it is. Down we go. By the way, yeah, there is since there is a funny cam and a sticker cam. So one of the beautiful lady who works here as well got the picture. You can see it. It's really, really nice. It looks cool. Oh, by the way, here he is. Who asked? Your good friend, right? So there are so many pictures here, and those sticker cam that the kids really love to play. I'll use different ones. By the way, some parents, they really do worry if the kid spends too much time on taking those pictures that that adults believe have no sense, because it's different when your kid just loves taking pictures with the phone, using the back camera. Probably it's a beautiful flower, or a cute puppy, or even grandpa playing chess or something. But when the kid just using the funny cam or the sticker cam just doing selfies, it's actually, not so many parents are happy about that, right? In this case, if you do not want your kid to spend too much time using those apps, because the normal camera and the sticker cam, they are separate, literally two different apps. You can control it on the app. So here is the option on imoo app where you can actually let me show you, where you can actually control the screen time, and not only the screen time, but you can also restrict the use of some apps. Here we go. For example, we choose the Ice Blue Kit. By the way, you can see here that there are plenty, three actually. Three. Kit, Ice Blue, and C1. 3 kids are here. One parent has 3 kids who has, every kid has watches, so it is pretty convenient to have only one app. And just we choose, for example, Ice Blue, then we go, here, app disabled. We can see which ones the kid can use without any restriction, and which we have restricted, and we also have time limited here as well. For example, let's see our sticker cam. Here we have time limited, Actually, we can just go for a restricted use. Once again, this is ice blue, right? Ice blue is still probably it's not a good option for me to use the ice blue now because ice blue is still being frozen, and I still can use it by the way, but it's a little bit cold. Yes. Oh, there we go. But anyway, so I believe if you don't mind, if you do, just let me know. But I will just go for this is the kit, right?
Yeah.
For this one. Just try to call right again. Let me know. Let me check which one is going to swim now and which one is. No one is swimming. We're trying to call and then call cancel. The kid doesn't want to talk to us. It happens sometimes. Maybe this one. Let me see. I know when you call your kid doesn't answer, you can just, enjoy looking at it yourself, seeing how nice you are, and then just, enjoying that. One moment, let me get it back. Thank you. Maybe we can even go differently. We'll just go. We use the watches to call. Bracelets. It's grandpa, right? Or mom? Yeah, the kid is calling to mom. Here is the kid invites you to. You can accept. Then you can see the hello, welcome. You can see the anyway, you can see the location and all that stuff. And it doesn't really work well with the yeah. There we go. So this is the kid. Sorry, just went out of our little swimming pool. We'll just exit here. There we go. Now we can see the apps disabled here. For example, again, our sticker cam. We go for time limited. Now you can see how it looks like here. The kid just sees the sticker cam. This is the app, so you just tap here, you can open that. Just go back. Give the parent. Well, here we go. See the restriction. Only 1 hour the kid can use the watches with the app. I mean, sorry, not the watches, just the app. But then if you want your kids just to stop using it for some period of time, you just go here for restricted use. I really love this one. I believe it's so cute. And then your kid just stops seeing it here on the list of the app. So there is no sticker cam anymore. And here you can just choose if the icon should be hidden or not. But it doesn't really affect anything. If the kid can see the icon but still cannot use the app, it doesn't make any sense, right? So yeah, if there is no way to use it, just let the icon be hidden, right? Here we go. Let's put this one. Wait. Looks better there inside, so everyone who enters the stream can see that as well. Here, just choose its own swimming way. The one that we want. Being a little bit naughty, as all kids are. So yeah, here we go back to the app. Restricted use time limit. If we go for no limit, the kid can use it, like, as long as the kid wants. That which normally works better with those kids who are older than, let's say, maybe elementary school, after elementary school, because little kids, they mostly they want to play, and then it is a good way, to play when you have your watches with funny stickers. Then you can take pictures as well, and then you can share those pictures with your parent, because every picture can be sent to the parents' app. Yeah, so the parent can get everything, and then if there is need, or if the kid wants to, maybe you have some physical, family albums and stuff. So if the kid really wants to print something, or it is not possible to do from the watches, but the kid can send it to parent, and parent will just see that here. Let's see. Yeah, kid already sent us picture. Here's the duckling. We can see that it was shoot with imoo Z7. Yeah, this is Z7. And you can see that it was made with the back camera. Once again, today 2 of them are having discount. Z1 with 2 colors, with the green one and the blue one, or the pink one, sorry. And then the Z7 with blue color and pink color, they have discount. So you can get any of them with 15% discount, 15 days no return, and 2 years of warranty. If something happens, you can always contact after sales support. So we'll try to solve any problem you're facing.
Yes,
Actually,
only today.
Yeah, you heard that, guys. That's only for today. Yeah, and I cannot also tell you guarantee only for today, because tomorrow probably I'm not gonna be here. But anyway, I am actually now considering to get one for myself. I really love imoo watches, and I'm actually not a fan of electronic devices like that. I would prefer just normal watches, and then just whether for taking pictures, I would use either camera or my smartphone. But imoo, well, maybe because I see a lot of kids using that and they're having fun, and it's sometimes really useful. And at the same time, you can just, even the location tracking, because as I told you already, but yeah, maybe not everyone was here at that time. I personally sometimes take imoo when I go back from the office, or go to the office in the morning. I actually do not put any SIM card inside, and there is also no Wi-Fi outside for sure. But still, it can, once it has internet connection, it still can tell you where exactly you've been, well, or your kid. So no worries if the kid has no traffic, and if you use the watches only for, let's say for the tracking, still once the kid gets back home or to any place where there is internet connection, so you can see on the app where exactly your kid has been. You can see the whole route. It's really precise, and even if the watches didn't have a SIM card inside at that time. When I firstly experienced that, I was like, wow, so cool, because I really believed there would be no record because there was no SIM card. So how would it work? I don't really understand all of those, specific things. But for me, it was like, wow, that's such a surprise. That's really, really nice. But anyway, so yeah, if you're worried, if I don't know, maybe because of the weather or anything like that, maybe the wind was so strong, so there is no internet for quite some period of time, and then you can just, but if it is important for you to see the exact route of your kid, you can see it just once the kid has internet on the watches. If it is not really important, then yeah, no problem. You wouldn't experience. As for the fitness one, yeah, there should be internet connection because it also needs to count. You know, it all needs to summarize a lot of information, like you only not only the route, so the location, the calories burned, the steps count. So also the heart rate and the body temperature, by the way, as well. All of these should be collected and put to the report. So there should be internet connection, Wi-Fi, or like the traffic from your SIM card. It doesn't matter. You can see it on the app. I will show you. So for example, we go for it once again. This is the kit. Go here. We choose the kit. Then we go for historical track. Let's see where the kit was, let's say on the 7th of May, which was 2 days ago. We can see the starting point, we can see the destination, we can also just see the time when the kit started that route and the time when the kit finished as well. Here it is. Well, the kit was out a little bit late, but anyway, so we can just play and see the whole way. You can see all of those buildings, you see the trees, the little stream or the river, I'm not quite sure. And then the kid arrived at the destination at 11 p.m., which is pretty late, I consider, but maybe the kid was away with parents, or maybe the kid is, old enough to stay not home so late. But anyway, so yeah, you can see here the distance is 5 kilometers. You can see the speed. You can see actually the mood. The mood is well, it should be filled by your kid. So your kid can say how she or he believes that the tracking was good or not. If that especially was the fitness activity. And by the way, you can share that as well with, I don't know, probably either, let's say, only mom uses the app and then dad just doesn't want or doesn't have an opportunity, or it doesn't matter to use the imoo app. So there's always a chance to share all of those videos and information about the kit. Just pressing the button and then the video, for example, can be sent to another messenger that you're using. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's Facebook or it's WeChat or, Line, call, whatever you're using. Let's see. Here we go. Share. Then we record the screen. Sorry. Actually, seems like the kid had a very nice walk before going to sleep after dinner. There it is, and then the video is being created. Here's the option to share it with WeChat because our phone has this app, this messenger. But if you use other ones and you have them on your phone, you can just go over here and here will be other options. So it supports all of them. Anyway, so yeah, here you can see other dates. As for location, we have. Oh yeah, by the way, you just asked, I saw the question that we said that the location, you can see, like, the record for 1 month. No, it is not. It is for fitness one. For fitness, you can see 30 days. And then, but only for location tracking, you can see 2 weeks. So as we just saw here, it starts with April 26th. And then it finished with today, May 9th. Only 2 weeks. But if we're talking about the fitness one, when the kid uses the app called Fitness, and I'll show you a little bit later, with those options like probably running or swimming, or let's say what else we have sit ups, we have skipping, but anyway, mostly for running, or jogging or walking or anything. And so there will be a record for calories burned, for steps count, for the distance, for the time spent, and it will be in the system for 30 days, 1 month, which is actually really nice when the kid needs to control, or the parent needs or wants to see how the kid's physical health is being, uh, well, let's say it is important for some kids, especially for those who are doing sports, to see if, well, for example, the running distance was all the time was 3 kilometers, and then the kids spend, let's say, 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden starting to spend 5 minutes, maybe half less. But anyway, maybe the kid was training hard. Anyway, so it would be better, we believe it would be better if there will be longer time, so it's not only half a month but 30 days. So it would be, and actually we all would love to count things, and to see the summary for state periods. It's not like for, let's say, if I want to control my, I don't know, let's say control my mood, and to see, well, not even control, to observe and to see how it changed depending on what. And I want to do the same with my kid. I would probably choose a week, let's say, because I have, every week I have the same activity, starting from Monday to Friday. Let's say it's always time, and then the weekend when we go out with the kid. So I would want to see, because all of the days are different, right? And then for me it would be better to use a week, but not, let's say, 3 days, because if I want to see how my mood changed during the different days, let's say, and different activities, I would personally never choose, let's say, Wednesday and Thursday. For sure I would choose the whole week. So yeah, for this reason we have option, well, we made 30 days, and then you could choose maybe a week or two, or even the whole month. No, only for today. I can guarantee the 15% discount only for today.
Okay.
For both of them, for Z1, for Z7, today 100%. If you buy it today, let's say right now, or maybe in half an hour later, you will get 15% discount. You will get 15 days off. Oh no, 15 days off. I would actually be happy to have 15 days off paid vacation. But anyway, yeah, so 15% off. Then 15 days, no reason return if you don't like anything about the watches, or maybe you like, and I don't know, let's say the grandpa of the kid just bought the same one. You can just return it to us without any problems, but once again, only 15 days. And then you will also get 2 years of warranty. So we guarantee if something happens to the watches, we could try our best to solve the problem. And there are, well, sometimes it happens that, especially in those cities who have physical stores, or when the parent just comes showing the problem, and the problem can be, it's like just a little bug, so it can be, fixed in a few minutes. Anyway, so we guarantee that you will have 2 years of the opportunities to visit our stores, or just contact us online, the after sales support, and to explain what happens. Maybe there hopefully no big problems, but anyway, it's always better to have a chance to fix it, right, and to make the company responsible for that. We are actually, yeah, we'll have to take that responsibility because for us it is important to make the product better and better. And you know, kids are our future, and we want the kids to use the best that they could and that we could give to them. So yeah, we're trying our best, really. When I see like, you know, when the team works, you know, not only those one who work on design, but also those who are on IT or on the system, and when they communicate, and you know, sometimes we're gonna have, you know, it's not like fight, but yeah, we would say, oh, the kid love that more, or no, the kid love that more. So that's why probably we have two colors. Almost every watches we have here at least two colors, just because all people are different, and even here we are adults, we cannot choose the one that we love more. So even we want to give the kids the opportunity to choose, you know, at least two colors. Then he, yes, yeah, you just saw it here. Oh, it still, it has little pieces of ice here. I'll show you. Just leave it once. Here they are. It still works well, no problem. The only thing is that my fingers are a little bit cold. Maybe I will show you it a little bit later, okay? Yeah. Well, I feel cold, yeah. I wouldn't say it's actually, the weather is not nice these days. It's pretty nice, but yeah, when you just touch the ice, it feels nice. But still, keep doing that, right? Okay. Then we go for what else can we didn't discuss yet? The fitness tracking. Oh, by the way, the fitness. Yeah, we just saw the water here. I already told that the watches are waterproof, no matter what the kid is doing. It's not like, you know, waterproof that the kid goes to washing hands after getting back home. It is like really waterproof when the kid can go, you know, play at the beach and in the waves and just go swimming or go for a train to a swimming pool. It always will work. Nothing would ever happen to both of the cameras if it is C7, or to one camera if it is C1. Oh, the back camera is actually protected here by this thing, but anyway, nothing would happen to the screen, nothing would happen to the stripe. The stripe is actually not easy to have any dirt on that, so, and it's easy to clean. You can just use the soap and water, probably warm water. It would be, you know, more convenient for you. Anyway, so yeah, when the kid is swimming or playing in the water, nothing would happen because it's completely waterproof. Then Z1 as well, Z7 too. Then why I mentioned that again, because I want to show you that there is an option on the fitness app that will help the kid count the meters of, you know, the step first. There we go. Fitness, you can see here. Can you see clearly, actually? Here we have the rings, we have exercises. The kid can set the goal, or the parents can see the goal for the kid. All that energy stuff. The kids can compete here. They can earn some points, and then, yeah, we can, for example, I push it, then exercise now. Probably Wi-Fi doesn't really work so fast here. But anyway, today the kid had 30 steps. Not really active, but anyway. And yesterday 53. Maybe kid is a holiday, but yeah, anyway. Go back. Energy record. Yeah, once again, here press exercise now. We can choose swimming, skipping, running, and sit-ups. Here we go for swimming. We can also choose the distance of the pool, the length of the pool. We can choose the distance of the training. For example, it should be, I don't know, 3 kilometers, let's say. And then the kids just press start here. So here's the swimming distance, duration of that, calories burned, and here is the energy. With that one, the kids can compete. So just press here start. Oh, we need to select the length of the pool. Here, well, the normal, what we normally see, right? You know, the little one, 25 meters long. Another, but you can also customize it if it is different. Anyway, so yeah, when the kid goes swimming and takes it as training, not just playing in the water, there are so many options to choose and to make the kid's life easier when the kid wants to count. You know, the meters and distance and all of that. Well, for sure we can do it without watches as well, but yeah, we would need to keep it all in mind. And why we should do so equally, you know, it's 21st century. We have a lot of options to make our life easier, and imoo watches are one of the best options, I believe, especially for kids. Actually, I have a friend who uses his son's watches when he goes to swim because he's like, oh, it's really cool. So when you see the system, like you know you see the fitness record on the app, you can see that the kid, for example, the kid is actually 8 years old. And when you see that the kid runs according to his age and you know does the sit-ups and all of that stuff, but then swimming all of a sudden, you know, with a great speed with an adult. But yeah, anyway, they don't mind. So if you know, this is their choice, and if it works well for them, you know, no problem. We don't mind as well. Yeah, again, so no problem with using the watches in water. No problem with using the watches in the ice. No idea what situation it could be. And no problem with using the watches in hot weather, or I know when. And actually, some parents are worried, I know that, because some watches are not waterproof, that you know, they're living in some areas where it has a lot of you know, the showers that can start just all of a sudden, and not all the time the kid has an umbrella, or you know, anything can happen. So with imoo watches, you shouldn't be worried about that, because even there is an accidental shower, then you know it started all of a sudden, the kid has no umbrella, the kid has, I don't know, just has to be outside or just on the way back home, or there is nothing, no place to stay and wait till the rain ends, nothing will happen to the watches, which, you know, it's really good, because once it happened to me when my phone just started to work and after I got into the shower. But anyway, so yeah, no problem with that. You shouldn't be worried at all. It is the same for Z1 and for Z7, for two of them. Once again, they are today on sale. We have 15% off for both of them, and then 15 days of no reason return and 2 years of warranty. You can always contact our after sales support. And now, actually, if you have, once again, if you have any questions about difference between Z1 and Z7, or maybe you're interested in some special features, you can just let me know in the comment below, so I can answer and introduce you and explain you the things that you're interested in. Also, why actually, why you as a parent would want to choose the watches? Yeah, maybe you could tell me that, and I will tell you why I would choose them. First of all, I was not really active when I was well, I was really active when I was a kid, but it's when I started to read books, I actually love to stay, home and to read a lot, and didn't really want to go somewhere moving because I really loved the stories, and my imagination worked well. So I would read a book and I would see, all of those characters and all of those, yeah, for the nature pictures or anything like, being created in my mind. I was really interested and I didn't really want to go out. But my parents wanted me to stay active so we could go, and have family activities like to play badminton after dinner, or, just, play ball or all other boring activities, let's be honest. But I consider them to be boring just before we started to have a competition between me, my classmates, and our parents. So yeah, our parents found that way to make us keep, stay active. At that time, we were, let's say, around 10. As for modern kids, and thanks to imoo watches, the kids can stay more active because they have these apps here on the watches that can help them move a lot. They can help, make the kid. Let's be honest, kids love to compete, right? Most of the kids love to compete. If someone can be number one, he or she will try the best, right? So thanks to the watches, thanks to our imoo watches, we have that. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
So yeah, you. What I was talking about. I'm actually so happy to see your message. So like I forgot. Yeah, competitions. Yeah, if you want your kids to stay active, you just uh, you know, where it is. One moment. Here once again, as I showed you the. Here we go. Fitness app, and here are, all of those points and fitness activities when the kid can get those points, and then there is a rank as well. The kids can have a group of, let's say classmates or people, living nearby, so they can compete in two groups as well. It's like, when long ago, when it all started, when people started to count the steps, when the phones could provide us with that information, and also, like, we could share that every evening, say, oh, today I had, let's say 9,000 steps, or someone, oh, I had just, 20,000, and that kind of stuff. And at first that was, pretty fun, so the kids love that more than we do. And then thanks to imoo watches, they always have the chance to have those competitions. So this way, I wouldn't say it's better when the kids are playing outside and, like, no books, no reading, no homework, for sure, no. But yeah, when they also have another option of having, spending their free time, and it would be helpful for their health. So yeah, let us say that it would be not really bad if the watches would make them feel a little bit more motivated, right? Actually, there also is music. Firstly, when I heard that, I was really surprised. For skipping, there is music. When I heard it, I saw kids playing downstairs, and then they used, a couple of them used the watches to count, how many times they would use the jump rope, and The other guys, like, let's say also two or three, they were like watching it, them saying, "Oh, where the music comes from," and then just found out the music comes from the watches. And the kids can also choose the one that they love more. I think it's really cool. It's literally how we use our smartphones when we go for, let's say running or jogging or just, having a walk. As I personally do, if I have a chance, I would walk every day before going to sleep. Let's say a few kilometers, just listen to my favorite music, and then yeah, the kids can choose the music as well. Maybe the choice there is not so many choices, but anyway, it's actually pretty cool. Well, I consider it to be cool. Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget today have the 15% discount.
For two of them, for Z1, for Z7, 15% off. Only today, guys. Really, I can guarantee only for today. Yeah, probably you can.
To our website and check the price.
By the way, you can also see on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
You can see the prices on Amazon. You can see the delivery information to your place, and you can go to our website as well. And you can ask. Well, you for sure you can see the whole information about the watches there. Probably except for this one. This is pretty special. The ice one here. Even I saw that for the first time today, and I'm pretty impressed. It works in water, and yeah, without any problems. There we go. Like this as well. So it is not frozen anymore. It works, guys. No worries. But it's still really cold. Anyway, so yeah, then we go. All of the information you can also see on our website. But you can ask me questions as well. So please go for it. If you have one, you still have a chance. And I'm here for you to answer all of them. We can discuss actually some things. And you can share what your kids love to do using the watches. Because yeah, I already told that story, but I'll tell you once again that I was impressed by the the creativity level of some kids when I saw how they use the stopwatch. I would say normally I don't really use stopwatch in my life. I am not, a sports lover, and I'm like, so I would need to count, let's say how, like, probably let's say in 30 seconds how many sit-ups I can do. I don't care. And then, yeah, I would actually love to. What does that mean?
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, anyway. What I was talking about.
Oh.
It's pretty nice, let's say.
Okay, here.
All right, there we go. Our stopwatch. Yeah, I was talking about stopwatch. How the kids are using that. The kids love to play. The kids love to compete. And once I saw, not even once actually, so a few times when the kids age of let's say probably 8 to 10 or 7 to 9 elementary school anyway. So when they have all of the apps are restricted on their watches, they like let's say all of the cameras or all of the sports apps, they have the stopwatch only, and then they try to compete who can stop them at exact time. Let's say, for example, the closer to 11 seconds, the better. So who is, let's say, for example, they just try to stop at the same time, but then one has 10.8 seconds and the other one has 11.1. So for sure, the second one is the winner. It sounds a little bit hilarious and boring, but you just never saw the kids playing that. They were so excited and so motivated by that. And here, when they told me, Alina, I'm the winner, I was like, oh, okay. But for them, it was so really, really, they were really, really excited. So I thought like cool they can find a way to play because when we're adults we already wouldn't think about that, right? I have never seen anyone playing the stopwatch on the smartwatches or on the phone or I don't know anyway, but the kids do that sometimes. And imoo watches has many features that probably adult will never understand the importance of them or the use of them, or would believe that it is not really important. But still, they have, well, they make sense. Even the mood one, let me show you once again the what we see on the app. Here, the kids actually can check body temperature, right? So it is checked automatically. Heart rate also checked automatically. But then we go for mood. No information for today, but let's see when we had on 3rd of May. The kid was happy in the evening. Not sure what the kid did in the evening, but anyway. Actually, there is also comparison with the kids of the same age, if it matters for someone. And then because, especially if your kid is a teenager, all of those mood changes. Yeah. I was personally a terrible teenager. So yeah, here you go. And if you're worried about that, for example, if your kid is happy here and not happy here, and then all of a sudden happy again, for some ages it is completely fine. So you shouldn't be worried about that. Because, well, yeah, this is life. Sometimes it happens. And then, yeah, you can, when you see the comparison with those, kids of the same age, you would feel like, oh, everything is fine, nothing happens. So yeah, you shouldn't be really worried about that. And then you can see, let's say that was for the 7th. Also evening motions. Now oh yeah, there is no option. We cannot see the previous month, but yeah, anyway, we can see just for the previous few days. Then we go blood oxygen, but yeah, no data available now. It didn't really check that. Heart rate, body temperature. So this is all in the health. Okay. No, how does the kid? No, it's not possible. The kid cannot change the heart rate just on the watches. The kid can change the heart rate, jumping, running, skipping, or anything, swimming as well. But there is no possibility to change it just to like opening the watches. So yeah, no way. And then yeah, cooperate. Also, no way to change the blood oxygen or the body temperature. This is actually the kid even cannot use this on the kid cannot see this information on the watches. This is only for the parents' use. And yeah, guys, let's actually discuss this thing. When I first time saw these kind of electronic devices, I was a little bit confused because I want my kid to have privacy, and at the same time, I want my kid to be safe and I want to give like, a lot of freedom, let's say, but at the same time I still want, I wouldn't say I want to control, but I want to be sure that everything is going fine, that either mental, like, the mentality is fine, and physical my kid is okay, and that he spends, time in, and let's say that the kid is being honest. For sure, this is all not the story about, electronic devices, not the watches, neither the smartphones. It's still a relationship when you just build them with your kids. But still, especially those little kids who cannot understand why the parents are worried. Maybe they're 5 years old, and yeah, the Z1 is suitable for those little kids. When they go to kindergarten, they can use them. Z1, Z7, let's say, is suitable for kids starting from the age of 7, maybe, until 12. Yeah, so elementary school, actually. Z1 is suitable for little kids, and when when the kid is 5 or 4 years old, they probably would never think what parents are worried about, right? Or at least I think so. I don't remember what I was thinking about anyway. But yeah, so uh, the kid would never think that the parent is controlling me, because first of all, they have never seen the app. The app is for parental use. No kids allowed. Well, the kids are allowed, but I personally don't really understand. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, for the kids, the watches are, first of all, they are nice. They look nice. Let's say Z1. I really really love the colors, by the way. I'll show you them once again. You'll see for Z1. They're pretty colorful and suitable for both boys and girls. So whether the kid or not, I will personally choose this one. But yeah, anyway. So, slow battery. Let me charge it. Maybe I can charge it with this one. Maybe here we go. But anyway. So yeah, for the kids, it should be by the way, it's really really charged. You can just connect the here is the cable. Here are the watches. Go for it, and then here it is. Okay, this way, yeah. So charging, no use while charging. By the way, guys, no use. You need to unplug it first, and then after you just call it no. So while this is charging, let's go back to our topic. So yeah, kids, they do not think that this is useful, or know that parents love to control them, or the parents want to know where I exactly am, or that they just consider it to be I wouldn't say a toy, but yeah, first of all, this is a mean of communication, so it would help kids keep in touch with those classmates or friends from distant places, or grandma and grandpa who live far away, or someone like some peers who they met at a summer camp. But yeah, this is a little bit later than 5 years old. But anyway, so for kids, it should be fun to play, easy to use. It shouldn't be really heavy. It's not heavy at all anyway. It shouldn't, the stripes shouldn't be too anyway, it shouldn't harm. Let's say it like that. So that's why imoo watches has a lot of options for apps to use. And then, yeah, it might be not only those useful apps like health and sport activities, but also some funny things like little games like we had when we were little on our first phones. I don't know, like Nokia or who used anything like that. What was your first phone, by the way? Or maybe you had your first electronic device was the watches. My one was the phone. It was, yeah, I guess Nokia or something like that. I was grade 1 at the time. And I actually enjoyed that. I wouldn't say I had a lot of, screen time, but anyway. Yeah, so for me, it was important. So it had music. It had really bad quality music, but anyway, it was music. It also had, so many colors, and my first phone even had a camera, really bad one. But Z1 and Z7, even the front camera, I consider not to be perfect, especially comparing to the one that I had when I was little. And the back camera of Z7 is really good. I mean, it's 5 MP, which is really nice. Anyway, so yeah, the key to consider watches to be something nice to use, fun to play, and for sure to see the time as well. Because by the way, there is also an alarm option. I know that a lot of parents want the kids to try to control their go with their morning routine, and then they give a lot of options for the kid to choose the clothes that the kid loves to wear, and before going to school the parent could prepare a few options, and then also to choose breakfast or to choose your school bag. Anyway, like to choose so many things. And also a lot of parents want the kid to become responsible for at least for trying to hello welcome, try to wake up. And then for me it has always been, even until now, it is difficult to wake up in the morning, early in the morning. So for me, I'm struggling. I have a lot of alarms, like a lot. I will just show you. So it's not like I'm trying to to create a story or something like that. You could probably see it here. So when I need to wake up, yeah, it would be like every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, and stuff like that. So for me, it was a trouble to wake up. And when I was little, I had my first phone, and before the phone, I just had a normal alarm. My parents would teach me how to use that. And then after that, I would feel like, I didn't love to use it anyway. But now I see a lot of kids, they love to wake up by themselves, and they, saying I'm old enough to do that. The imoo. Oh, really? Could you give me an example, please? Did you check that on the app? Here is App Center on the app. Actually, well, to be honest, I'm not really familiar with the games, but I can check it now, and I can ask my coworkers to check it as well. Oh, I can understand you. That would probably feel, if I was a kid and I saw, like, I had my favorite game, then I changed my watches to the next generation, and then there is no game, I would feel so sad. You see? Z6 and Z7.
No, this six also no game.
No, they say it had. So yeah, could you please give us an example of a game so we could check it on our app center? Thank you. So yeah, anyway, talking about alarms, yeah, it really helps. And then if the kid, let's say, only uses the alarm, the messenger for like a few messages during the day, and then no fitness tracking, no camera, nothing like that, so it would be okay if the kid uses the watches during 2 or 3 days. if the kid uses a lot of apps, and even by the way, I didn't introduce you the very nice one which is called AI scanner. Let's see if it works. Who watches the stream not the first time knows that I'm having troubles with them. My coworkers never do. I struggle with that all the time. But anyway, I really love the AI scanner app because it is really helpful. And then, especially for those who learn another language, English, for example, when the AI scanner, the English version of AI scanner, helps the kids to know the exact names of some things, objects, and then it not only writes on the screen the name. Well, there are some kids who cannot read. For example, they're still young enough to play and not to learn the letters. But anyway, yeah, it also pronounces that. And let us see that, and let me show you that as well. This has full charging. We go here. AI scanner, here it is. For AI scanner Z7, well, it is easier to use the back camera, especially when the watches are on the wrist. Here is the back camera. Then we go and let us, what can we can choose? Probably this one. This is the pen. We just use the watches to take a picture. Here we tap to identify what it is. Now we go. And ballpoint, yeah, ballpoint pen, it writes this, it says this as well. And then the kid can, repeat after the watches and then keep talking about that. No. Oh, no, not only is the 7 is 15% off, two of them are 15%. Z1 as well, Z7 as well. Better use another color, but anyway, yeah. Z1 original price, Z1, this is the green one, by the way. You see it here. Is 129 euros. Z7 is 219 euros. Today, I guarantee only for today. 15% off. You can buy this one, you can buy this one. If you have two kids, you can buy both of them. Or if you have one kid, you can buy both of them as well. No, because the colors are different, so probably your kid would want to change the colors. Oh, by the way, for example, if your kid starts using Z1, and after that, when the kid becomes, let's say, older, and wants to change to another one, probably for that time we'll have other options like Z12 or Z15 or maybe even Z7. There is possibility to transfer all of the data from one watches to another one just by scanning the QR code. It's like the same as we do with a lot of apps that do not have any clouds. But anyway, so you and your kid shouldn't be worried that, for example, all of the pictures that the kid taken with the phone, sorry, not with the phone, with smartwatches would just stay there. Now there's always an option to transfer that to another one. Also, it can be transferred to the phone, the parent's phone, to the app, and then to a computer, or any cloud or anything. And it can be printed as well. So yeah, once again, AI scanner, here it is, the whole information. It can also tell you what exactly it is. We can try to see if it works with something else, probably the watches. Let me check. And here they are, tap to identify. Here as well. What is that? And it keeps, yeah, as you just heard, it says digital product. This is digital product, well, which is true, right? No. All right, so yeah. Here also it shows you similarity with other products like that. Oh well, but no one really takes care about that, I guess. But yeah, anyway. I believe this is so good because I love learning different languages, and for me it would be really nice if I had a chance to see it all the time. For example, I keep forgetting how to say, for example, watches in Korean. I learned Korean, for example, and I would be so happy if the watches could help me say that all the time when I see them. Yeah, what else? We have all of the apps can be controlled by the phone. Everything can be controlled here on the app center. Well, first of all, app disabled. Here we go, and then you can see, if the kid can have a chat with anyone. You can even customize all of the periods, let's say also friends and groups, and if the kid is allowed to create some or to be added to some of them. Also, the time limit for sure, then messengers, all of those. Oh, by the way, bump and add friends. We didn't do this today yet, but we will go for it. We will go yeah, I actually consider that to be so. I really, really love it because when we need to add someone in contact list, what do? We just use our phones and we just ask, for example, can you give me your phone number or what is your ID or all that stuff. What the kids do with imoo watches, they just use two watches. They just bump up like this and they are friends. They are on friends list. They can contact. They can just start chatting. Let me show you that. Here we go. So the kid needs to choose this option. Oh, by the way, yeah, here the parent sets that there is no limit for that. I will tell you later about the restricted use. So the parent says there is no limit. There we go. The kid needs to choose here add friends. Another one should do the same. Yeah, by the way, this is C1, this is C7. Here still they can become friends. Tap on the screen. Here we go. We are friends. What do we do then? We just went. Succeeded. We have a new friend here. C1 is our friend now. But this is the works only if the parent didn't restrict that. Here can be a restricted use. It wouldn't be possible to. Oh, by the way, the kid just earned 2 points for adding friend. Then we go, if there is restricted use, the kid wouldn't be able to do that and would need to ask parents to help him or her to add guys into the friends list. If no, well, normally parents do not restrict that because we use watches for kids. Kids, probably classmates, probably the kids from the playground, and parents anyway can see those who are in the friends list using the app, so they can delete someone maybe if they really don't like that person. It is possible. I wouldn't say this is good or this is right. For me, it's like still kids' privacy and kid. But yeah, there might be bullying or stuff like that, and we need to protect our kids for sure, right? Anyway, so this option is really, really cool when they just I actually saw the kids playing like that, so all of them, they have this on their wrist, and then they try just normally, as I show you, just twice you bump it and then they're friends, right? But then they just try to run around and then bump once or 3 times, and then they see how it works and if they can become friends or not. They unfriend each other to become friends again. Again, kids know how to have fun. Sometimes we don't, adults, right? There we go. This cool feature really works well. Um, yes. 129, 219 euros. Difference today, only today. I guarantee you, 15% off. Why they have almost 100 euros difference? Z7 has two cameras. The front one, the back one, the flip up screen, which is easy to talk to someone, right? When the kid is calling, like, having using our selfie camera. So the kid just uses like this when he wants to show the surrounding or to take some pictures. A lot of kids I know, well, at least I see. Maybe I just keep noticing them because I personally love taking pictures, but I see a lot of kids taking pictures as well and showing them to each other. Like, especially on those, kind of field trips when they see a lot of farm animals or some very beautiful flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, so also it has some more apps because the memory capability is higher than uh, and it's to those kids who are older than, let's say, than the kindergarten age. Anyway, well, it wouldn't harm if your kid keeps using Z1 from, let's say, from 5 years old to 10 years old. No, no problem. Surely, still the location tracking works well. The kid can see the time, the date, the day of the week. Can add friends bumping, but and you can choose the favorite color. You can choose one. But then if your kid wants to use more features, or maybe your kid believes that the Z7 looks cooler, and then yeah, you can just go for this one and transfer all of these stuff to the new watches. And maybe at that time when your kid, I don't know, after 2 years, there will be another one. What I want to say is that there is no need to change the watches every year as we do sometimes with smartphones, because a lot of adults, when there is a new one coming out, they just sell the old one or just put it somewhere or give it to the kids sometimes. But yeah, anyway, so there is no need to change the imoo watches every year because it always works well, especially those GPS tracking, all of the works with GLONASS system. By the way, also for those who do care about the privacy, imoo has all of the certificates for e-privacy app, and that's so the third parties will never know where their kid is. No worries for that. And yeah, so today if you buy now, you have 15% off. So for Z1, it's gonna be around 100 euros. And then for, original price is 129 euros. Original price of Z7 is 219. Also, you will have 2 years of warranty. So anything happens, if anything happens, maybe nothing happens or nothing bad happens, you can contact our after sales staff. So they would always, try to solve your problem. They're really understanding, and they're really, really nice people and really caring, so no worries, you can always contact them. Also, you will get, if you buy now, apart from 15% off, you will get 15 days of no reason return. Just if something goes wrong, or if you don't like, or your kid doesn't like the color or anything, you can just send it back to us in 15 days, no problem. We will just get it back, and we will not even ask what the reason was. So no worries, there will be no need for those communication if you don't want that. There we go. What else didn't I mention yet? All of those saps. This is waterproof. Both of them, Z1 and Z7, are waterproof. So the kid can go swimming. It's proof as well, as we just saw this one here. So the water is still cold, but yeah, and the watches are still there and they're still working, no problem. Still show that this is the 9th of May, it's Friday. Battery is 52%. I'm not sure if it was 52 when it was got frozen. Maybe it just keeps, like people. Anyway, so yeah, ice proof, waterproof. And also when it's just, something happens, kids love to run to play, especially if we talk about playgrounds or even PE classes and, all of those balls. So I remember when I was little, I felt so sorry when my watches, they were like, the screen was broken by a basketball. After that, I started to hate it. Basketball, no for me, sorry. Football, yes. No basketball. But anyway, yeah. This would never happen to imoo watches because, it has been through so many crash tests, and it all worked well. And then nothing would happen to camera or to screen, even if it stays in the water for a long time. And then nothing would also happen to a strap because it is silicone. It wouldn't change the color of the watches as well. It's not like the paint is too bad or stuff. Then we go. What else? Oh, by the way, if you want for sure I understand when I buy something, I personally love online shopping because I feel so tired going to a store. But if it goes to, sometimes when I need to buy something that I will always keep in my hands, I would prefer to go to a physical store to touch this, to see how it suits me or not, if it is too big on my wrist or not. Because I personally love Z1 more than Z7. I will show you. Because I believe that Z1 looks better on my wrist. But yeah, for me, Z7 is a little bit too big. So if I go to a physical store, I surely would, would try to consider everything and to understand which one I like more. So if your city has a physical store, you can always go there and you can say that, you saw our streaming and you want to try. But if you are not like me, a lot of people are not like me. They just go online and they buy, especially because we have 15 days of no reason return. You can just go to our website or to Amazon as well, to our store on Amazon. You can just buy the one that you like more, or no, I wouldn't recommend it, but I also can say that it is fine if you buy, all of the colors and all of the watches, and you see which one suits better, and others you just, mail back to us. Then we go. No problems with ordering online. You can just do it on our website or on Amazon. Just do the online payment. Once it arrives, you can see everything. You can push all of the buttons we have here on the Z7, the one that turns on the screen. This one that turns it off as well. Then this button to flip up the screen, to open the back camera. This one, right? So yeah, accidentally take a picture. But anyway, so you can just try this all, and after that, once you chose the one that you love, you can just buy it. By the way, yeah, again, as for charging, it's this easy. You just plug it, and then once again, there is no possibility to use the watches while discharging. It should be unplugged, which is made for the safety of the kids. as well. Yes, I already told you that story so many times. The boss of our company, he actually that didn't just create a product, he created a gift for his son. So it all started with that. That's why it is, you know, it is wisely made for, not with not, the idea to make the kids have fun and the parents control them or give freedom to the kids, but also to be, not harmful, let's say. So the screen quality, all of those colors are adjusted to our like eye, so they wouldn't harm the kid a lot. Anyway, so all of that stuff you can check yourself once you get the watches, and if you like, I'm pretty sure you would like this. You can just keep using that, and your kid keeps using that. If you don't, which happens, we're all different. Maybe you don't like the color because, yeah, you probably believe that Z1 would suit better your kid, and then you notice that it doesn't really, fit. And it looks not nice with all of those colors. So you can choose, let's say, Z7, just the same pink, for example, because it's not so bright and it looks better. Um, then what else? By the way, this is the box that Z7 comes with. It looks also really nice. I mean, if I get the gift in such a box, I would think that this is so cool. And yeah, because Z7 is suitable for the kids whose age is, a little bit for older, let's say, than those who use Z1. Yeah, so it looks, well, I consider it to look cool, actually. The quality is really nice, and here's where the, yeah, 15 days, no reason return also for both of them, for Z1, for Z7. Today, yeah, 15 is a good number, 15% off, 15 days of no reason return, and 2 years of warranty. There we go. Let us see what else can we do with yes, it's I'll show you one thing. Here we go. Because we know that the kid can have a SIM card here. The one that well, it can be an additional one to the parents' one, or just be the kid's own SIM card. And here, the parent can control people who the kid is chatting with, also sends messages, and then there is option for the unknown calls. It can be rejected. Here you can see the history for the last 30 days who called to the kid. There are actually so many numbers, so many people call. Oh my god. That's really a lot, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, when there is this option, you can see here. So literally, only the calls from those people who are in the contact list of the kids' watches, those calls will get through, and then the kid will never receive any calls from unknown phone numbers, but the parent will get the information on the app, and you see the stored there for 30 days. There is no need to check it all the time. Anyway, what do we make it for? Just to protect the kid from all of those spam and scam calls. Kids are easy to believe, to, all of those, hey, I'm your auntie or whatever. Please tell me where exactly you're. Well, I'm not sure what exactly those, so-called bad people say to the kids and what exactly they want. But anyway, you shouldn't be worried about that because the kid will never receive all of those calls. You can later just see it on the app. Maybe there is someone who keeps calling to your kid, all the time. So you can check it out who that person is. Maybe it's grandpa, another phone number. But anyway, so yeah, any unknown calls your kid will never receive all of them. Also, as for calls from contact numbers, what is the difference between friends and contacts? You can see it here. You can see, for example, the kid. This is the kid who uses the pink watches. So you go here. You can see this one. Friend 2 and contact 2. You can open the whole list. And you would see that for friends, we would see the name of that the kid has on the watches. And we could also see the real name, which can be set by parents on the app. I will show you a little bit later. And then the phone number as well. As for those who are using not the watches but the imoo app, adults, maybe it's older sister, or maybe this is grandpa or mom or anyone. Here we'll just see the phone numbers. What is again the difference here? Friends are those who keep ads with the watches, just bumping them. And then contacts are those who kid cannot add by himself or by herself. Contacts should be added by parents using the app. So, for example, if the kid wants to add a teacher to contact list, it happens sometimes. I know quite a few class, I would not say that this is pretty common, but still, there are more and more every day. Those teachers who want to keep in touch with kids, who want to share some pictures. It's not always about homework. It's like it can be just normal communication when they went on a field trip, for example, and want to share some pictures, and they want the kids to communicate, to learn how to communicate online, because it's also really, really important in our era. So the teachers would also have an app, and then they would add all of those kids to one group. They will share pictures, for example, from the field trip, and then the kids would send them from the watches. The teacher would send from her phone or his phone. So yeah, for these kind of contacts, the kid can just write on the paper the phone number, just come back home and say, "Mom, this is my teacher, and she wants to add us to a group." Or, "Mom, I just saw this is my friend's older brother, and since my friend doesn't have a phone or doesn't have watches, I want to add that that phone number so I could call him and say, hey, let's go out." There might be so many reasons why the kid needs to add a person who doesn't have watches in the contact list, but parents should be always aware about that. And then if the parents know who the person is, and if they're sure that everything is going to be fine with their kid, so they just add that person on the app. It will be seen here in the contacts, not the friends. But anyway, so the parent can still see the whole information, the photo as well, the phone number. This one is also really important. Showing the watch call contact list, or no, you can always change it all the time when you want to. Also, these people will be able to call to your kid all the time, as long as you do not restrict. You can do the restriction. You can you can press you can tap there and say that the kids cannot what was that? Anyway, yeah, my coworker just tried to call me from with the watches from another room, and I was like, why is that? So yeah, no matter if the watches are close to each other, you probably remember that it happened when you were little. When I was little, at least, when if two phones, not at that time, not even smartphones, are too close to each other and then they call each other, the sound is not really nice. But if it happens with imoo watches, no, we just check that no problem with that. Yeah, maybe because so many years are gone already. But anyway, yeah. Restrictions from contact list. There is an option for parents to restrict kids. They can only contact those who are on their friends list, or they can only contact those who are on their contact list. And then, so everything literally is in the in parents' hands. But the kid, if the kid especially is old enough, can always communicate and always say to parents what he or she loves to do, and what kind of people want to have on their friends list. So it is all is a subject to discuss. No one says that kids' privacy should be, not accepted, or kids should have no freedom or stuff like that. No. Anyway, I personally really believe that it is really, really important. I want to believe that no one ever checked my phone when I was little. I always had good relationship with my parents, so, and I had nothing to hide anyway. But even if I had nothing to hide and I knew that they can control everything and see everything, I would be so happy about that. Honestly. As for little kids, it is still important. I know that, let's say 5-year-old kid who needs control, needs control, not in the mean of in bad mean, just mean of health. So yeah, thanks to imoo, it can be, controlled in a very polite, let's say, way because of the app. And there are so many things that the kid, well, yeah, there's no need for the kid to know about that, let's say. Anyway, yeah, so I personally consider imoo to be a really, really great gift as for your kid. Even the gift, I mentioned that again. So it all started with the gift when the father wanted to present something nice to the kid, and the kid says, "No, Daddy, you're always on your business trips, and I already have so many, toys from all over the world, and I just want to keep in touch with you." So our boss, an electronic engineer, he just created the watches, and with just, yeah, the kid has the kid can play, the kid can use them to do sports, the kid can use them for study, let's say, as AI scanner, but also just to call mommy and daddy. For example, when, I don't know, a parent is on a business trip, or when parents are just traveling somewhere and the kid is staying at grandpa's house, or when the kid is in the summer camp. So yeah, imoo watches are made actually for those families who consider communication within family to be really important. So they always have a chance to keep in touch, to have a chat, to share pictures and videos, to have video calls and stuff like that. No matter if the kid uses Z1 or Z7. So yeah, I consider that to be like, really, really, really nice gift to your kid. And if you believe so, and if you want to present it to your child, today is a great day for that, because we have 15% off for both of them, for Z7, for Z1. If you buy now, or if you buy today during the day on our website or Amazon, you can get those 15% off. The original price for Z1, sorry, here it is 129 euros. The original price for Z7 is 219 euros. Today we have 15% off. Also, if you buy today, you have 15 days of no reason return. Once again, I repeat again and again. When I say no reason, it means that you don't need to explain us, and you don't need to mention that. You can just send it back to us and you will receive your money back, but only within 15 days. Surely we would appreciate if you write the reason why not. Or maybe, well, sometimes people do like that. They buy it and then they see, oh, it's too big for my kid, or my kid wants another color, or we just saw that another. For example, we just bought Z1 and we saw that Z7 actually would be better because the kid is already 7 years old. For example, there might happen. I mean, there might be so many reasons, but yeah. Anyway. We do not push you to write us and say why you do this. 15 days, no reason to return. Then, if you buy today, I guarantee you have 2 years of warranty. If something happens, anything, some problems with some bugs, or maybe some problems with battery or with stripe or anything, hopefully nothing would happen, but yeah, it's always nice to know that the company cares about you, right? So if something happens, you can always contact us after sales support. Our team is they are really nice, and they are caring, and they want to help, they're eager to help. So feel free contacting us. Then yeah, and if you want your kid to get a really nice gift for the upcoming summer, maybe your kid was gonna go to the summer camp for the first time, then yeah, you can always keep in touch with him or her, and there is no need to buy a smartphone because smartphones are big and the kid needs to always carry that and then to take care about that, and they're expensive. Actually, I guess you will never get a €100 smartphone. But anyway, yeah, the kids even don't need that, and they would, especially if you do care about the screen time. So yeah, once again, Z1, Z7, 15% off today, 15 days, no reason return, and then 2 years of warranty. And if you wanna present that to your kid, just go for it now. Thanks a lot for today, guys. If you have any questions, you can always contact us. And yeah, thank you for your questions during the stream today.
Bye.
Bye.